What is going on, guys? Today we'll be ranking every single first-round pick in this NFL draft that just happened this last 6 months ago or whatever it was. And we will be grading each of those players, plus a few more players taken in the later rounds. Either way, before we get into that video, just let me say real quick, please do like, share, and subscribe these videos. They don't take you a second to do, they don't cost you a thing, and it helps me very much. So either way, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so here's our tier list. We will go straight down the line. I've got my notes here just to make sure I don't get off players. But either way, obviously, number one overall pick, Bryce Young. These are actually kind of in order, so that's great. Bryce Young, he's been. In terms of expectations, not been very good. I'm going to give him a D because it's been bad. It really hasn't. He just checks down passes. He doesn't really do a whole lot, and that's just what it is. CJ Stroud, on the other hand, has been an S-tier rookie so far. Does that mean he's a top 5 quarterback? No, it doesn't. He's a rookie. He's not a top 5 quarterback. I didn't like CJ Stroud coming out of this draft class, but he's proved me wrong to this point. Hopefully he keeps it up for himself and, just the rest of his career's sake. Definitely a very solid player. Right so far, I got some notes here. He's only at 59-ish completion percentage, 1,600 yards, and a 9-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. That is pretty good. But, he's a rookie. I don't know what all that means. Either way, it's been okay. Moving on from him, go to the Houston Texans, second pick, in Will Anderson. He's been I'm going to give him a B tier. On paper, he hasn't done a whole lot. I think he has 1 sack registered to his name. I don't have any notes on him. I think he has maybe 2 tackles for loss. But the impact this guy's put in that defense has been huge, and you can tell when you watch the Texans games. So he's been good, but not great. So I can't give him much higher than a B. Moving on from there, Anthony Richardson. Beauty out of chaos, pretty much, man. That's about all I can say about it. He's been fine, but he's also hurt now. I'll give him a B. He's been better than I expected, especially, and he's been fine throughout the part he played. So I'll give him a B, and that he might drop down to a C. We'll see about how this this list functions out in the end. Devin Witherspoon, though, been an A-tier rookie. He's made impact plays. He's been, that go-to corner that they have needed in Seattle since basically the Legion of Boom left. Completely different play style. But either way, this guy locks people up, and he's been very good all season. Moving on from them, Paris Johnson Jr., he's been about a C-tier. Not the best. Maybe it's because he's at that guard position right now. He's kind of just in a weird spot where he's, not playing where he needs to be. And also, the Cardinals suck. How much of his issues are just the whole line sucking, the quarterback sucking, the receiver sucking, the running back sucking? They all suck. They're bad. So, either way, Tyree Wilson is the next player. He's been about a F-tier rookie. He really hasn't had much impact whatsoever. Kind of disappointing for sure, to say the least. And I don't think he's going to change that for this year. He's probably going to be an F-tier rookie the rest of the year, considering he's a 7th overall pick. But hopefully for the future, he fixes that and becomes a bit better. 8th overall pick, Bijan Robinson, A-tier rookie, been a dynamic playmaker since the very first moment he was on an NFL field. He is what he is. Yes, last week we had this weird stuff that happened. I don't really know. Either way, he's been good. He's been very good. Receiving threat, out of the backfield. Anything you need him to do, he'll do it. Let him kick field goals. He'll probably be good at it too. Either way, moving on. Next player was Jalen Carter. Fell about 8 spots too far, and he has been an S-tier rookie. Jalen Carter is probably already locked up Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'd be shocked if he didn't win it, as long as he continues and doesn't get hurt and all those things. But, he's been so incredibly impactful, and he just runs through people. Doesn't matter who they are, the biggest guards, the best centers, the best, whatever, all that, he runs right through them. He's been great. Moving on from him, Darnell Wright. Bears took him over everybody but Paris Johnson, and that was just idiotic, and it's proven out so far. He's been at best about a C-tier player. He's a good run blocker, but he's just a unit, and you run on the right edge. Not whatever. Who cares? Pass blocking, abysmal, not very good. That was a mistake of a pick, and I told you then, and it's come true now. Next is Peter Skoronski, tackle guard taken out of Northwestern by the Titans. He's been pretty good. I'll give him a B. He's been a good player. Nothing else you can really ask for. Good player. Great. Moving on to Jahmyr Gibbs. Very hated pick at the moment. It happened, and, well, he's been good. Not on Bijan level, but in terms of what he was expected, he's been good. I'll put him at the top of a B, whatever. The ranking in themselves, B is not ranked. He's not just specifically better than Will Anderson, and Will Anderson, but no, that's not how it works. Either way, yeah, Gibbs has been good. He's kind of gotten a lower share of snaps than I've expected, and I really hope they increase that because I think he's a really good playmaker. But yeah, he's been fine. Lucas Van Ness, on the other hand, he's been okay. He's also kind of limited his abilities a little bit to this point, just not really gotten the chances. But when we've seen him, he's been pretty good. So you know what? Yeah, he'll be at a C. He'll be at a C. Same with Broderick Jones, though. He's been limited. Dan Moore's been the starter. Mike Tomlin does not believe in losing your job to an injury. He thinks that play should be the only reason. So, though he was injured and Broderick Jones stepped in, and Broderick played very well in his time, he didn't get to take over. I'll give him a back-end B. It's been good. You've seen things you like. Just hasn't had a whole lot of, opportunity. Will McDonald, F pick. I think they really were settling on Broderick, and they got jumped, and then, they just kind of panicked and took something. Yeah, I don't really know why they took that. With the fact that Darnell Wright went at 10 or 9 or whatever, I really think they could have taken Anton Harrison and been fine, but whatever. It is what it is now. Emmanuel Forbes has been pretty rough himself. He's about a D-tier rookie. Got cut up the other night in prime time, and yeah, I don't know why you take him over Christian Gonzalez, who is out for the year, but he's been an A-tier rookie so far. Christian Gonzalez is a dude. He's going to be a great player in the NFL as long as he stays healthy. Jack Campbell, he's been about a B-tier player himself. Actually, I'm going to bump him to an A, only because he was expected to be, they hated the Jahmyr Gibbs pick. Jack Campbell's pick was just awful in the moment. Everybody hated it. But that was a position of need for that Detroit defense, and he has played very well for them. Jack Campbell has been, is that position super valuable? Probably not, but that was a needed position, and they have fixed up something that they really needed. Him and Alex Anzalone have played very well together, and I'm excited to see them continue for, time here on out. Kalijah Kancey has been okay. I'll put him at a C. He just hasn't had a lot of reps, and in his reps, he's been very rough in the run defense, but he's been good as a pass rusher, which is what was expected out of him. But, you just can't really give him a whole lot better or a whole lot worse just because he hasn't really gotten the chance. JSN has been about a D tier. He's not been that good at all. He just really has not done a whole lot. He's a slot merchant. I told y'all that going into this. He was an overrated wide receiver coming out of the draft, and he's proven that. He's had one relevant game, and it's only because he had a touchdown in it. But other than that, he's just been nothing. You have two better receivers, and you would have got Jordan Addison here. Ooh, you would have been doing something dirty in that offense. But nope, JSN was a wasted pick, essentially. He's just a slot merchant and a, wannabe Hunter Renfrow or something. Quentin Johnson has been about an F tier, though. I had some hope for him coming into the draft, and he's not done nothing. And, part of the problem was them having him and Mike Williams being basically the same player. Well, now Mike Williams is out and has been out for 3-4 weeks now, and he's not even gotten a really good increase in play time. I guess he's just not that good. I guess. I don't know yet. But Josh Palmer's taking all the snaps. And, he's just not been very good at all. Zay Flowers has been about a B tier. Good player. Nothing wrong with that. It is what it is. He's fine. He's been good. Jordan Addison. Been an A tier receiver so far. Maybe even S tier, but I'm going to leave him in A. He's been very good. Stepped out in the absence of Justin Jefferson, been, an easy wide receiver 1 target, and it's just worked. It really has. It's just all of it's been good for him, and congrats, Jordan Addison. You've been a good player. Next, we have, I don't remember your name right now. I just went completely blank. It's the guy from Maryland. What is his name? I've got my notes here. Deonte Banks. There we go. I know he's been bad. That's what I do know. I couldn't remember his name, but I know he's not been that good. The Giants' defense hasn't been that good. I'll give him a C. I'll give him a D. I'll give him a C. These guys are the first of the bad. I can't really say he's been bad. He's just not been good. But none of the Giants' defense really has, except for the last 2 weeks, which is really weird. But either way, that's where he lands. Dalton Kincaid, he's floating in here somewhere. You know what? He's going to be a C. He's going to be a D. So Dalton Kincaid, while he hasn't been bad, and in fact, last night he was very good, and then the week before he was good. Last night being they played on Thursday Night Football against the Buccaneers. He just hasn't had his opportunities at all. Dawson Knox was in, and they just didn't get him on the field a whole lot. So I can't give him a ton, but the C gives him some credit for sure. Ozzie Smith so far has been, okay, I guess. A C-tier player, maybe. I mean, he's not gotten a ton of snaps, but when he has, he's been semi-impactful, just not great. There's nothing about him that stands out right now. So it just kind of is what it is. Anton Harrison has been the starting right tackle for the Jags this season, and I'm going to give him a B. He's been fine. He's been pretty good. Nothing wrong with that. The Jags O-line's not the best, but he's done his work and done it well. So I'll give him, a decent grade. Myles Murphy has also been about, I'll put him at, honestly, C tier, because he was drafted in the back end of the first. And the problem with them taking Myles Murphy, the Bengals that is they already have Trey Hendrickson and Sam Hubbard. So I don't really know what they're trying to get at. Like, maybe just trying to have a depth piece for now and maybe, letting Sam Hubbard walk in the future. But he hasn't really got a whole big of a chance. Either way, he's been fine. Bryan Bresee has been about a B-tier player. Good, but not gotten a ton of chance either. It's just a lot of these guys in those defensive lineman positions, they just, they get rotated in some. Bresee's done more than the stat sheets say. I've seen him play well in some games, but just not amazing. Nolan Smith, I'm going to put him in the D tier, but this is not even on play. I haven't seen him play. I just haven't gotten the chance to see anything. He's played like a whopping maybe like 37 snaps. That's not even a game. That's hardly a full game. So we're 6-7 weeks through this, depending on when your bye week landed and how many games you've played. And he's gotten like barely one game worth of snaps. So, I mean, maybe that's just because they have Hassan Reddick and Josh Sweat and all those other players. But I don't know. I can't give him too much. And Felix Eneduke-Uzomah, I'm going to for a D, I guess. He's been mediocre at best. And they kind of have the same deal. They have good edge rushers, Karlaftis and, whoever else they play. But he just hasn't really done anything. And I really just feel like that was a pick that they scrambled to make because everyone they were expecting to, Anton Harrison and who else got taken, and Nolan Smith as well. And they just had to make a pick because the draft was in Kansas City, and they were like, we're not going to let these fans sit here all night and not make a pick. So, do I want to revise this any? Yes, I do. Bijan's got to jump to an S tier. Same with Gonzalez. He's been very good. Addison's going to stay A simply because of he was very okay to start the year, but he's just bounced out recently. I'll move Jahmyr Gibbs up. He's been good when he's gotten the chance. Will Anderson can come up. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty balanced. So the other guys I was going to talk about here don't have a picture of him, but Tank Dell, in terms of the expectation, he's been S tier. But in terms of reality, I'll give him about a high B tier. He's been good, not amazing. Puka Nacua, he's definitely been an S tier rookie so far. Outstanding player. No one expected that, and he's been great. Joey Porter Jr. has his role has expanded very recently. Been good every time he plays. Made dynamic plays. Made all kinds of things happen when he's on the field, and they're finally starting to get him on the field because of it. He's been an A tier. And then Jake Bobo. Funny enough, you think I'm joking. I'm really not. He's been the best Seattle rookie receiver than they have, and yeah, he's probably been about a C-tier player because he doesn't get on the field a whole lot, but he has been making plays when he's getting on the field. So, I mean, that is what it is. He's scored. He's, made good blocks. He runs good routes, all kinds of things. He's just good. He's a good player. He's a good football player. So, either way, let me know what you guys think about these rankings for all these rookies this season. Either way, let me know in the comments. If you like this video, like, share, subscribe, all those good things. Doesn't take you but 2 seconds. Doesn't cost you anything. It helps me out a ton. On the road to 1,000 subs so I can do one more jersey giveaway. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Peace.